Well, here we go. Boat's loaded. Fan's been put in the car park. And you know what? The wind's just picked up right at the wrong time. Just had my life jacket blown in. I hope that's not a bad omen. Can't wait for this now. It's always a pain in the backside. Having to blow a boat up, load it. Just seems to drag on, it does. But we're there now. I always try and do it in one boat load. I try and limit my gear. I don't like taking too much, so you can see that gear is loaded not that high, so I can see over the top. Ain't gonna put me in danger. I don't need to tow another boat. I think people just bring far too much gear. Just a small bivvy, bed chairs, no cook tents or anything like that garbage. Ready to rock. Love it. Yeah, loving it. Wind's behind me, so it's pushing me along. It's always a great way that to start a trip. Bit of assistance by the wind. Skies are very moody. It's always stormy here in the winter time. It's first week in December. So yeah, but it's pretty mild. It's not, I won't say it's cold as, but we've had a couple of hard frosts last few days, but not down here. It's quite rare you get a hard frost this part of France. Beautiful. Let's go and find those carp. Yeah, I'm definitely riding the waves at the moment. Off we go. 42 foot there. It's always good to have a look what depths we are when we're moving swims or venturing out. You never know what you stumble across. Hey. Well, the wind's been blowing hard now since they arrived. And yeah, basically you just got to sit it out really. It'd be a bit too much of a struggle to go and redo the rods. It doesn't look that bad there, but once you're out in the water, there's a few white caps and your boat's being bounced about. It's very difficult to be precise when you're putting a rig out. So the best thing you can do is have your rods out and put them on big leads. I've got, I think, 10 or 12 ounce on there, so they ain't going to move. If need be, I'll tie some rocks on, but yeah, just have a few brews, keep having brews, a few biscuits. Just taking the scenery and hopefully one of the rods will rattle. Well, that's it now. I've decided to pack up and move. Bivvy's down. Just gonna put my waders on now. I've got to tip my boat upside down because it's full of water. Yeah, boat's full of water. My air deck's got a puncture in. That's a gutter, that my air deck being broke. Tried repairing it, but no good. Wire my rods in and off I go. I'm gonna go about 1,000 meters to my left. Nice little peninsula. I think I'll be able to intercept a few carp in. Oh, that's the plan anyways. See how it goes, but yeah, beautiful place. I'll check out the state of this inflatable. What a mess. So the air deck, which should be nice and tight and taut, is like just it's got a leak at the seam, so I've tried repairing the seam with decent glue, decent patches, but once them seams go the goose, you might as well just chuck them away. And yeah, it's not only that, but see that amount of water I've got in the boat. I've got a leak as well somewhere. Tried repairing that, but boats, these inflatable boats, I reckon on average you get about 5 to 6 years maximum life out of them. And I've had to chuck away one this year already. This is a mate of mine, an old boat, but again probably a similar type of age. They just wear out, they do. I think the rubber just it just disintegrates very, very slowly, like wears out. And yeah, 5 or 6 years, and that's another 800 euros, 1,000 euros gone. Yeah, cry me a river. That's it, we're on the move. You know what? Nobody likes packing up, moving. But you know what, it does give you a bit of extra hope. You move into a new swim, you're full of hope again. There isn't much wrong with that swim. I only went there because I went to say hello to my mate Crowe. But yeah, I feel a lot happier now that I'm on the move. A couple of days with Si. Si had a catfish while I was there. So, yeah. Let's see what happens. Beautiful. Oh, I've arrived at a new swim. I do like this. I'm like 10 times more happier than where I was. So it's always well worth a move. Find somewhere you're really happy with. I think I've got a lot more features out here. Got an island in front, although on this place you can't fish no more than 90 metres out officially, and I don't want to fish that far out anyway. I'm going to be fishing real close in. I've seen some lovely spots close in amongst the weed already. Lovely. Just setting my gear up now. Got a bivvy tucked away there in the trees, hopefully out the wind. That's another thing with these places. You got to be careful. You don't set your bivvy up. This is a bit of experience. This when it chucks it down, hammers down, it rains really heavy. So the rain will follow these paths, and it like becomes like a little torrent. It does, a little stream. So last thing you want to do is put your bivvy there, right in the path of these pathways. Yeah, that's a tip for you from experience. All right, come on, let's get the rods out. Let's get gear out, and let's gear out the boat. And let's get the rods set up. Well, it's just simply beautiful. It is. I'm just having a walk back to the van. I left some sweet corn back in my van. I want to go and get a few tins of it. I'm going to do a bit of feeder fishing. I'm going to have a go for the pike as well. Yeah, so I'm on my walk back to my van. I've got to go and navigate a few hills, mountains. Spectacular views. So rare you see this place calm. In fact, this is the first time I've ever seen it calm. Stunning. Well, it's the second morning and absolutely no action. But not only no action, it was flat calm last night. I didn't hear anything, didn't see anything, so I'm moving again. So all my rods are in. Just put the bivvy down. You know what? I'm not really a massive fan of bivvy fishing, session fishing. So I love my canals and rivers. Like if I'm not on fish, I move. But when you're not on fish in these big lakes, you have to take some moving. And plus, this boat, what a nightmare. My air deck's knackered, punctured at the seam. I've got a leak coming in from the floor somewhere which I can't find. I think that's from the seam. So every time I move, I've got like, I don't know, you can see it. I've probably got about 2 inches of water in there, and it's not rained, so I can't put my gear, otherwise I get soaking wet. So every time I move, I've got to take all the stuff out my boat, tip it upside down, and it's heavy. I think it's 3.5 meters, that boat, so it's a bit heavy old thing. Pain in the backside. That's what it is. Yeah, I just got to find him. Yeah, you have like sort of like two options these big lakes. You either pick a swim, stay put, hope the carp come to you, but just my very nature is to track these fish down. So staying put, almost, I don't know, it's almost like, it is nice being bivvy fishing, but I just feel like you're festering away in a bivvy sometimes. So yeah, I'm packing up. I'm going to try and track him down. So it'll be my third spot I'm going to now. And you know what, I'm going to find some sun because I'm right behind this big massive mountain, and I get no sun at all day long. There's no sun. Yeah. Yeah. You know what, if you're going to pick a day for moving, today's the day. Beautiful clear skies. As soon as I'm away from that mountain, I've got a bit of sun on me as well. Can't beat a few sun rays. Gorgeous. Oh, this is my new swim. You know what, it wasn't my intention to go here. I've actually not moved that far, but as I was going down, an half decent sized fish just showed. And it didn't bosh out, but it broke its back, and it was a good fish. I can't 100% say it was a carp, but it was too big to be a bream or a zander, so it was either a catfish or a carp. And if I had to call it, I'd probably say it was a carp. So I went right over the spot, and it was just 26 foot. And you know what, that's a nice depth to fish this time of year, I think, 26 foot. So you know what? I dropped a marker right on it. In fact, I've dropped two markers. I've dropped one at when I seen it 26 foot and one a little bit further out at 33 foot. Looks nice and hard as well. I had a little mess around with a marker and it's, yeah, lovely and hard. So, yeah, here I am. Yeah, I can't really ignore that. It's about as not seeing a fish for 2 days, so when we're seeing that one, it's got, maybe it's a sign, who knows. Anyways, I'm going to give it a couple of days. Let's get the gear out and let's get the rods out. Oh, the rods are out. Loving this new swim. I've even got a bit of sun. Beautiful that on your back. So yeah, I took the opportunity to get the solar panel out. Got the old lithium battery on charge. It's done me well, that one lithium battery has took me all over Salagou this trip. And the rods are out now. I found a lovely hump out there. It's surrounded in 32 foot of water. It comes up to 21, 22 foot, so it's like a 10 foot difference. It's not massive. It's probably about the same size of a ping pong table, but it's big enough to put a rod on, and it's pretty nice and flat, so I've got a lot of bait on it now. That's directly in front, so I've got one rod directly on top of it, I've got one on the side of it, and I've got two rods at the side of the weed down to my right. And I'm on like a bit of a peninsula. There's a big bay goes around there. I'm hoping any carp goes around that into the bay. We'll come across those baits there. That's the plan. Let's see what happens. It's high pressures here for another couple of days and then the wind gets up. But I'm going to stay here. I'm happy here. I think it's a good interception point. I put a fair bit of bait out. I found that lovely feature out there. So, yes. Come on, let's catch one. Oh, son. Well, it's the first morning in this new swim and just absolutely nothing. It's a bit like the other two swims really. But yeah, my excuse is the weather. Look, it's like a mill pond. Got to blame something. Could do with some wind, and that's a rare thing to say on Lac du Salagou. It's normally as windy as anything. Yeah, I've got some lovely features though. Found some lovely features, so yeah, but the carp ain't here, they ain't here. But I did hear the carp last night bosh out, and it was somewhere near my baited area, so that's given me hope. Just got my little feeder rod out, doing a bit of roach fishing. If I catch a few roach, I might even do a bit of pike fishing. Stunning day, absolutely beautiful. The rods are staying out there now. Ain't gonna touch them at all today, so I'm gonna leave them out because they went out perfect, every single one of them. Yeah, come on, rattle off one of you. Got a bit of wind. It's gonna be like this for another 24 hours and a bit of wind's coming in, so hopefully my last couple of nights I might get a chance. Well, this is not ideal fish catching conditions. It's always good to have an excuse, but this is a genuine one. Old cormorant diving there. It's just well, this place Salagou, it always fishes good when it's windy. Best chance of a bite is probably during the night when it's like this. But yeah, come on wind. One thing it is good to do, it's and I've had a good wander around. It's good for finding spots and features when it's like this. That's what I have been doing. Hopefully for a future reference. What a stunning place, eh? I'm having a good look round there now. I don't think I'm going to catch anything when it's like this, dead still, so I'll wound my rods in. I'm just having a wander around. What a beautiful place. Such a wild, rugged place. Gorgeous. Check out these cormorants. They're an absolute pain in the backside, they are. Proper plague on these big French waters. Loads of them. They like herd the roach in real close in. And like there's masses of them, like they work in massive packs, they do. Yeah, the dreaded black plague. Do a lot of damage to a fishery, that's for sure. So we're on the move again, but I'm going right to the opposite end of the lake. So it's a big old boat journey, but weather's calm as it has been since I've got here. You know, I do realise that is the main problem, the weather front, the high pressure, no wind. But it's, you know what, I fish rivers and canals mainly, and I'm always searching for the carp, and I do find it difficult to stay in the same swim if I'm getting no action. If I'd seen fish last night, I would have stayed, but I've seen nothing, so I'm on the move. Only got 24 hours, but you know what, it's long enough to get a bite. If I put the bait in the right spot, it's long enough, that's for sure. And it is forecasted to get the wind to get up just ever so slightly tomorrow, so it shouldn't be like a mill pond after that. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. Alright, let's try and catch one. So it's a big old journey this on the boat, this big move. I've probably already gone, I don't know, maybe even a kilometre I've gone. So yeah, you need good batteries, and these what I've got there, lithium battery, tell you what, they don't have to make a difference. So I've got one lead acid battery there, that's off a truck, it's a big old lead acid, and I've got a lithium, and that lithium smaller, it's about half the size, about a quarter of the weight, and it lasts about 3 times as long as that lead acid. So I've had that over a year now, that lithium, so definitely recommend them. I know, you know, saying that, they're coming down in price now, so for like 250 quid you can get a decent lithium battery now, 100 amp hour, 120 amp hour. Beautiful. Last finger, well, I won't be doing no rowing. That's for sure. Too much gear on a boat. Well, I've moved on my gear by boat, but I've got to go and get my van now, so bit of a trek. Stunning day to do it though. Now let's hope it pays off for this last 24 hours, you never know. All it takes is one bite, one pick up, some special fish in this lake, that's for sure. Yes, come on, let's catch one. Right, well, I'm just getting the rods out now. That's a beautiful sunset. Yeah, big boat trip, big walk back to my van. It's like about 6 o'clock now, so it's going to go dark in the next 20 minutes or so. But yeah, I'm just doing a bit of a lot of floating weed, knocking out loads of weed in this bay. So I just pulled a bit of stuff floating on the surface, so don't give me any trouble in the night. So, but you can see how full of natural food it is. It is alive with little zebra mussels, little snails, and that's just floating on the surface. Have a look at that. No wonder the fish get big in here. And no wonder they're in these weedy bays as well. Yeah, I ain't going to fish in open water, I'm going to fish it in this weed. Beautiful. Love it, that's 3 rods out. My last rod is just like a roaming rod. I'm just going to go out, see if I can find anything that takes my fancy, like a hump or a bit of a plateau, or come across a load of small fish on the finder. It's always a good sign. But these small fish, it tends to be bigger fish, not far behind. Yeah, just have a mosey around, see what I can find. And off we go, off we go. Come on. Let's hope something just shouts out at me. Fish here. It's been a great day today. Got rid of that wind chill. It's been glorious, it has, with the sun. Gives you like a boost of confidence, it does. I think, yeah, these fish will be getting back in the margins now. I think they disappeared for a few days, and hopefully a day of sun, they'll be back down in the shallow water in the margins. That's the plan, that's the hope. Well, that's it, all the rods are out in the new spot. You know, I'm really glad I made the effort. I've only made 7 days, this is my 4th move. It's a bit crazy moving that many times in a place like this, but just weren't getting no good vibes. Didn't see no fish, didn't hear no fish. Except for the first night we heard a couple, but yeah, but look, high pressure front, still here. Not a breath of wind. It is going to change, but it's going to change just after I'm leaving. I might get the back end, last 6 hours, or the first 6 hours of the wind coming in, so you never know. But yeah, I feel real hopeful here. Always gives you hope. Moving to swim, new spots. Lots of weed in this bay, masses of it, and lots of natural food as well. Just pulled up some, well, I don't know what it is, some kind of weed, and it's full of little snails and zebra mussels, and it's like middle of winter now. It's December, so it's alive with food. Yeah, I think I'll be heading back here, that's for sure. This area, I like it. I can see might be a few big carp knocking and just milling around in this weed. Right, come on. I'm going to put the kettle on, let's have a brew. How's this for the morning? As you can see, one of my rods are missing. Yeah, literally about an hour ago. I think it's like 6:30 now. So yeah, about an hour ago, that right hand rod, off it went. Nice battle out in a boat. Yes, nice battle out in a boat, and I got a Salagou carp. Yeah, 32-pound common. So I'm just waiting for this mist to clear. I'm gonna get it out for a photograph, mate. But yeah, so happy. The old perseverance paid off. You know what? As fish go, it's not a monster for Salagou, but it's a Salagou carp, and that's what counts. Beautiful morning as well. Stunning, totally stunning. I like the Salagou carp. Bit of perseverance paid off. This is a beautiful fish. Check out the colours of it. It's golden. It is a stunner. Couldn't be happier with that one. What a beauty. Yeah, it's like 32.5 £, this one. Yeah, that big swim move made it worth it now. First swim I've been in where I've seen a few fish wash out at night. So really happy. Never know, might be a chance of another one. Colours on that are gorgeous. Go on, cat, back you go. Back you go. You beauty. What a morning. Absolutely stunning. Well, that's it. The rods are in. What an enjoyable trip it's been as well. 7 days fishing. I moved around a lot. I've got to know the lake really well. And yeah, caught one in the end. But here comes the pat down. I've decided I'm going to barrow all my gear, including the boat and the battery and the outboard, round to my van. I think it'd be quicker. Yeah, it's a bit of a mare, to be honest. Needs must though. I've got to say, people say, oh, is it all worth the effort? You know what, it definitely is. I love this way of living. I love being in the wild. I love fishing for these wild carp, and yeah, long may it continue. Till next time.